Hey, Jack. Good afternoon.
Hey, how's it going?
Wilson Alexander from The Advocate. Pleasure to meet you. I guess just we'll start very generally. You have such a kind of interesting story. How does a high school quarterback go to being a walk-on tight end and now a starter? What was sort of the keys to your development into this role now?
Honestly, coming out of high school, I was planning on coming here and just playing football, seeing kind of what position they would throw me at. I was going to try to be quarterback at first, but they had the room full, so they switched me over to tight end. Last year, moved to receiver, then back to tight end this year. Had to gain a little bit of weight, and then just kind of it all took off from there. Just worked throughout the whole off season, the whole camp, during the season, and it all just kind of worked out.
Quarterbacks aren't usually known for being as physical as you showed against Florida and over the last couple of games. Was that something that you had to kind of lock into your mind, or have you always had that?
I've always kind of enjoyed hitting more than quarterbacks usually do. But no, I mean, growing up, I've always been on the bigger side and always kind of been more physical. I've never really had been taught that, so that's just kind of natural. I've kind of just enjoyed that.
Yeah. Hey, Jack. This is Glenn West, LSU Country. Nice to meet you. I guess just talk about the process of last weekend. I mean, were you planning on playing a lot? I mean, just what was the game plan like? I guess for you to kind of go in and really show kind of your forte as a blocker. Just talk about the game plan a little bit.
So throughout the week, I was taking a lot of the ones reps. So they prepared me early to be ready, kind of mentally and physically for the role that I played. And then we repped obviously a lot of the main plays that we ran through that game. We did it against all different looks, so we had it all kind of mapped out, and it all kind of just fell into place and was a really good day.
Hey Jack, Jacques Duce, WAFB TV. Pat Mashburn is your uncle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I wrote sports articles for him way back when in high school, and he was an advocate at a newspaper. But anyway, I heard Coach O talk about him, and that's kind of how this kind of started. He was talking to Coach O about you, and that kind of got the ball rolling to get you to LSU.
Yeah, a little bit. He's known Coach O for a while. I think from I'm honestly not sure how they met, but they've known each other for a little while, and then yeah, I guess that kind of helped out a little bit to get me here. And then I talked to some of the recruiters coming out of high school my senior year, and then came for a camp coming into my freshman year over the summer, and then they told me that I could walk on here, and then they gave me a spot, so I came in for camp that 2019 year.
Okay. He seems to be one of your number one fans for sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey Jack, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. That block that you had downfield where you kind of faked going out, blocking the defensive end, and then came down on the safety. Can you walk us through that play where Ty actually scored?
Yeah, so I was actually trying to get outside of the defensive end on that, and I couldn't. He played outside of me, so I kind of had to slip back inside and then worked up. The safety kind of just fit down on me perfectly, and then Ty found the hole and hit it.
Jack, did you have offers to play elsewhere or opportunities of some other kind to play elsewhere coming out of high school?
I had very few offers. I had a couple other preferred walk-ons, but I didn't really have very many offers at all. It was from a couple small schools. And growing up in Louisiana, I'd always wanted to come to LSU. It's always been a dream of mine coming to LSU games basically almost every weekend, definitely multiple times a year, every year. So, I mean, it's always been a dream of mine, and whenever they told me that I had the opportunity to walk on here, I couldn't pass it up.
You mentioned having to put on weight to kind of be able to play tight end. What is your weight now compared to it was when you entered as a true freshman, and what did it take to get there?
So when I came in as a freshman, I was about 205 pounds, and now I'm about 230, 235. So it's really, I mean, obviously the last 3 years, naturally you'll put on weight because with Coach Moffitt's weight program and everything in the nutrition center and how they feed us, you can kind of naturally put on a little weight, but they've been getting me some some good meal plans, some weight gain shakes, and they've been kind of on me about gaining weight. So it hasn't been too much of a struggle.
I mean, what did you do? How did you sort of, what did you do after the game on Saturday? I mean, you just had like this, probably the best game of your life. What did you do to acknowledge that in any way? Or did you celebrate, or like, how did you do
Yeah, it was exciting. My family was in town. My brother actually came in from, he lives in Atlanta, so he was in town. So I hung out with my brother a lot, and both my parents were in town. So we kind of just celebrated our own little way, just kind of laid low and didn't do a whole lot. But no, it was definitely exciting.